Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Prime Video's action-packed series Reacher. Season 3 is right around the corner, so whether you're gearing up for a rewatch or just need a refresher, I've got the full rundown of Reacher seasons 1 and 2 for you right here. So having said that, let's get into it. It all kicks off with Jack Reacher, an ex-military cop who's wandering around the US doing his own thing completely off the grid. He ends up in the small, quiet town of Margrave, Georgia looking for a random musician named Blind Blake, and then boom, out of nowhere he gets arrested for murder right off the bat. But here's the thing, Reacher didn't just wander into Margrave by accident. His brother Joe was investigating a counterfeit money operation there and then he gets murdered. So now the whole situation just became very personal. Reacher is out for justice and you do not want to be on his bad side. While he's in this new town, Reacher teams up with two key characters, Roscoe Conklin, a tough and smart local cop, and Oscar Finley, the police chief who's a little bit stiff at first, but he warms up over time. And the dynamic between these two is awesome. It's part buddy cop, part unlikely alliance, and it totally works. And the big bad of season 1 is the Kleiner family. They run the town like their own personal playground and they're behind the whole massive counterfeit money scheme thing. And of course, they got people on their personal payroll, including dirty cops and even Picard, an FBI agent who seems like a good guy at first but is actually working with the Kleiners. Classic double cross. The story really gets going when Reacher, Roscoe, and Finley start digging deeper into the Kleiners operation. And let me just say, the action in season 1 is wild. Reacher's not just smart, but he's a one-man wrecking crew. There's this insane prison fight where he absolutely destroys everyone who comes at him. And then there's the finale where he burns down the Kleiners' warehouse and brings their whole operation to its knees. It's brutal, it's satisfying, and exactly the kind of ending that you want from a season like this. But it's not just about the action. Season 1 gives us some really emotional moments, especially with Reacher reflecting on his brother's death. And Reacher is not the kind of guy who wears his heart on his sleeve, but you can really feel the pain that he's carrying. And let's not forget about the chemistry that Reacher had with Roscoe. It's subtle, but man, I was rooting for them the whole time. So by the end of season 1, Reacher takes down the bad guys, gets revenge for his brother's death, and just like that, sails off into the sunset. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about season 2. This time the stakes are even higher because once again it's personal for Reacher, but in a whole different way. Season 2 is based on the book Bad Luck and Trouble, and it kicks off with Reacher reconnecting with his old unit in the military police. And these aren't just colleagues, they're his family, but things take a dark turn when one of them is murdered and it's clear someone is targeting the entire team. And Reacher definitely doesn't just take that lying down, he gears up for revenge and dives headfirst into the mystery. Let's go ahead and talk about the squad. First up we have Frances Neagley, who's a total badass. She's sharp, loyal, and always ready to back Reacher up. She's such a badass that she's getting her own spin-off show from this coming soon. And then we have Carla Dixon and David O'Donnell. And one by one, they're being hunted, and it's just crazy to see how far these killers are willing to go to take them down, but it makes Reacher's mission even more intense. And the bad guys this season are a shady private military contractor called Clayton Industries. These guys are involved in all kinds of illegal stuff, from weapons smuggling to assassinations, and when Reacher and his crew start poking around, things get dangerous fast. Season 2 really leans into the action and strategy. One of the coolest parts is seeing Reacher not just outfight these people, but outthink the bad guys. There's this really amazing scene where he sets up an ambush that completely turns the tables. It's classic Reacher. But what I love most about this season is the bond between Reacher and Neagley. She's one of the few people that truly understands him, and their partnership adds so much depth to this story. This season just builds to an explosive finale where Reacher and his team take down Clayton Industries for good. It's a really bittersweet ending because there's so much loss along the way, but it's so incredibly satisfying to see justice was finally served. So there you have it, Reacher seasons 1 and 2. Both seasons are packed with twists, action, and those perfect Reacher moments that just hit differently. If you've been sleeping on the show, trust me, you're missing out, and with season 3 starting soon, this is the perfect time to jump in. And for all of those fans out there, drop your favorite moments in the comments. I have plenty more recaps just like this, you can check them out right here, but until the next one everybody, see you later.